You know, um, some people can want to. Some people may want to see how well two young black men can run a show, their own show at that. You know, so I mean, you never know.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of Facts and Stats. My name is Alan Honey II, and along with me is
Everett German Jr. Welcome everyone for tuning in. Before we get started with our first episode, we're going to talk to you all about what ultimately led us to making Facts and Stats. So I'm pretty sure you all are aware of the killing of George Floyd and all the protesting and rioting that led to, and most importantly, the global pandemic that we're still in. That may sound like a lot of bad things or negative things. So we decided ultimately as two to bring everyone together on a common ground with sports, shed some light in a positive way, especially with the NBA returning. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started into our first episode.
Alrighty. Thank you for that, Errol. So as we all know, the NBA is returning. They're going to Orlando. 22 teams were invited, and they're going to have a play-in tournament to see who can get the 8th seed, and they're just going to start the playoffs from there. How do you feel about that?
Actually, I feel I'm super excited because there's a lot of speculation of the season possibly getting canceled. We haven't seen any basketball games in over 2 months, so it's been affecting me mentally. Like I said, I'm just excited. I'm glad that they're not canceling the season, because canceling the season means you don't see who wins the finals this year. You don't see who's the finals MVP,
Right.
the defensive player of the year,
Right.
The MVP, six-man coach of the year, and many more. So I'm just glad that they're continuing the season and allowing the players to play.
Right. Same. I just don't feel like they should cancel the NBA. Definitely that 2 month was like a little pause, but I feel like players, they had that time to get better. They had to slim up. I seen a video of Jokic, he slimmed up. You know what I'm saying? Somebody say he looked like, I forgot who, but I'm just like, I don't know. Probably Zion probably come back and be small, like smaller and faster, and Pelicans probably win that play-in tournament. You know what I'm saying? Anything can happen right now. So it's like,
that is true. Anything can happen.
Right.
Yeah.
We ain't seen a break like, I haven't seen a break like this. You know what I'm saying?
We actually haven't seen a break like this. The only time we've seen something come close to this was when there was a lockout season when the Miami Heat won in 2012.
Right.
So
Right.
the only time we've seen something a little similar to what's going on now. But at the lockout season was actually happening at the beginning of the year. This happened literally towards the end of the year. So, it was a lot of speculation on like, we almost was here. If we cancel it, who knows when the next season is even going to start, even if it is going to be a next season. So ultimately, like I said, I'm happy that they're resuming the season and going to do that tournament in Orlando.
Right. And then so we got the teams that were invited. After the AC, we had the Grizzlies AC, then we had the Blazers, Pelicans, Kings, Spurs, and the Suns. So those are the teams that's going to be we basically looking at the West. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the Wizards on the East. And John Wall, we're gonna talk about that. But right now, what team, like, anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? But what team who you think will get the AC, basically?
Yeah. So honestly, I've been loving but also surprised.
Right.
Big John Morant fan at Murray State,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm really surprised on how Ja Morant, Dylan Brooks, Jaren Jackson, Valanciunas, Brandon Clark, he's having an excellent rookie season as well. I'm really surprised on how they're literally changing that franchise from what they always been in between Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol, and Mike Conley. Mm-hmm. Now you're looking at Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson. So the future is bright, and they're shocking the world. They're the 8th seed. I'm pretty sure no one expected them to be the 8th seed.
Right.
I like what the Grizzlies are doing, but with that being said, there is four other teams.
So let me get this straight. You choosing the Grizzlies over the Blazers? Nurkic coming back. He coming back, right?
I wasn't necessarily choosing the Blazers, but I wasn't necessarily choosing the Grizzlies. But even though the Blazers added Carmelo midway through the season, they were still losing ball games. The Blazers' record,
they 29-37.
Sitting at 29-37. They were losing. That's not good at all.
And the Grizzlies are 32-33. So they just one game away from being even. 33-33. They just one game from that.
The thing that upsets me the most about the Blazers, though, and why I realistically can't choose them, I'm not going to choose them. I'm going to take my answer in a minute, but I can't choose the Blazers because they're sitting at 29-37. You just went to the Western Conference Finals last year. They're fighting a lot of injuries. Don't get me wrong. Zach Collins, he was out. Nurkic was out. but they added Whiteside, but then Rodney Hood got hurt. So they fought a lot of injuries, but it's all about
Yeah,
perseverance.
I
It's
feel
about what
I feel you on that. I feel like injuries is probably the worst. That's probably the worst thing that could happen to any NBA
right.
team. And I feel like with this break, all the injuries, people coming back. Well, majority, Kevin Durant not coming back, and then yeah, he definitely said he was like he not coming back. First of all, and then Kyrie had that shoulder joint, joint. So, but I don't know. I got Pelicans. They look sweet. I'm always like a underdog type person, or like I just feel like the youth, like, and then they young, so they got time to go. They got the whole. They just switched the core of the team. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then you got the Kings. That's De'Aaron Fox, Buddy Hield. Like they got, come on, Bagley. Like come on, bro. Like, and then Spurs. I ain't really. I don't know. Spurs and Suns.
Exactly. Realistically, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm gonna cancel the Spurs because it just got announced the other day that LaMarcus Aldridge is out for the season. So I'm going to cancel the Spurs.
Right.
I like the Suns if they're healthy. I like what Devin Booker, Ayton, and Oubre can do.
Right.
But ultimately, I feel like the Pelicans have more pieces. So if the Grizzlies somehow, some way slip up and lose some of those 8 games to close the season out, I do like the Pelicans to go ahead and sneak in there and get the 8th seed, and not only get the 8th seed, but give the Lakers a good run for it.
So are we? Oh, okay. So are we saying for the AC, we think it's gonna be either Grizzlies, Blazers, Pelicans, and Kings, and we just canceling the Suns and the Spurs?
Spurs canceled.
Okay.
Blazers, they've been losing too much games this season. I don't see how they're going to turn it around now. Although Nurkic should be healthy, but the Blazers, no.
So you canceling the Blazers? That's just you canceling the Blazers.
Blazers, no. Suns, it's a good possibility, but not over the.
I think you're being biased because you're such a Devin Booker fan, so you just got the Suns on like that pedestal.
No. Me being a Devin Booker fan don't got nothing to do with it because I'm not putting them over the Pelicans anyway.
Right.
So they're below as well.
Right.
The Kings, same thing. I don't feel like they got more pieces to win more than the Pelicans either. So I'm going to go ahead. My 2 is the Pelicans or the Grizzlies. The Pelicans because I love what Zion brings to the table.
Facts.
To that team. Their offense changed. Him and Ingram are both playing well. Lonzo Ball's playing well. Drew Holiday, like Jackson Hayes, Derek Favors, JJ Redick.
Talk that.
The Pelicans just have a very nice team.
Facts.
Although, in my opinion, they don't have anybody that can stop LeBron James. But if they were matched with them at the 8th seed, I feel like they'll give them a good run. 6 games probably.
I would rather see Pelicans or Lakers round 1 than I think any other ace like Grizzlies, Triple. You know what I'm saying? I think I would want to see that Pelicans Lakers matchup. That's just me personally. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? But
the whole world probably would want to see Zion versus LeBron James. So,
and he wasn't even guarding him when they played last time. Yeah.
That'll bring a lot of views as well, though. That'll bring a lot of views, Zion versus LeBron James.
Right.
So, we'll see. All team, like I said, my 2 picks is the Pelicans or the Grizzlies.
Okay, so what about the East?
The East,
we got Magic or the Wizards. We got Magic at they 30 and 35, and the Wizards 24 and 40.
I don't think the Wizards are going to be able to overcome and be able to, because the Magic have a nice team. The Magic's been actually winning ball games this year, but the only bad thing that happened to them was losing Jonathan this year. But Jonathan should be able to be back by the time the season resumes.
Right.
His knee should be healthy, and if it is, then that's going to be a tough thing for the Wizards to come back and get that 8th seed. But speaking for the Wizards now, John Wall, he said he came out and said he's 110%. If John Wall returns, that's going to be, that can make some things be a little interesting. But it's only 8 games remaining, so it all depends on what these teams do within the 8 games. And I believe the Wizards are already 5 games back. So ultimately, I don't think the Wizards are going to be able to grasp the 8th seed.
Yeah, I mean, John Wall coming back, I feel like, okay, so he come back, him and Brad Beal going to work together and shit. That'd be good, but I don't think it's enough for them to like, Eastern Conference Finals run. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they going to need more if they trying to be serious about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause right. when they was together, he ain't had like Bradley Beal now he averaging 30 points. You know what I'm saying? John Wall was averaging almost 10 assists since 2014-2015 season. He don't got a problem passing the ball. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they can work together, but they still need that one more dude to put them to where they need to be, where they trying to go.
Yeah, and I definitely agree with you. They drafted Otto Porter. They thought Otto Porter in the first round within the top 5. They thought he could have been it. They had Kelly Oubre as well, who they traded to Phoenix. They thought he could have been it, but ultimately, like you said, Bill was averaging 30 this year. what I want to see, I'm not saying they can't coexist, but I want to see if they could coexist because John Wall never seen a build like this, and John Wall came out and said it himself. Bradley Beal's averaging 30 points per game.
Right.
Bradley Beal's usage rate is a lot higher this year than previous years. John Wall usually is a ball dominant point guard, but he is a winning passer. He
Right.
averages a career assist of 9 assists per game. So, I feel like when John Wall and Bradley Beal ultimately play together again, both healthy, I feel like Beal will still average above 25 per game, and John Wall will get back to his usual 20 and 10, 19 and 10 numbers.
So basically, you saying, of course, Bill points gonna go down once John Wall come back, and then they get that third option to make that run.
Right. I think Bill to drop. He's currently at 30. That's a lot. That's awful a lot.
Right.
I
He
feel like,
second in the league most points behind James Harden.
Right.
Dang.
I feel like Bill will drop to about 26, 27 per game because I feel like John Wall gained that more of that. Not saying he didn't respect him before, but he gained more respect for him. Seeing him literally carry the team day in and day out. Like Bradley Beal had a game, multiple games this year when he dropped 50 plus or 50 or more on back-to-back nights. So that right there alone just seemed like John Wall, like, wow, he can really do this. And I imagine me out there with him. We'll win way more ball games. So it's gonna be good to see.
Right. I feel you on that. Yeah. But okay. So let's say that the season resumes. We know who the AC gonna be. And then we in the finals. Would you take anything away from that championship because we had this long pause and injured players coming back and just everything?
From a realistic standpoint, there's going to be people that's going to take some things away from this championship because it feels like, oh, if the season never stopped. Well, when the season did stop, that stopped players from clicking how they were clicking, or people were in a different type of flow and people were winning games. They were playing as one. And then now we went on a 2 to 3 month layoff. Now everyone has to regroup, get back in shape. Teams are not even practicing together right now as one. So, it's going to be interesting. But me personally, I wouldn't take anything away because they're all professional athletes. They know what they got to do day in and day out to prepare their body. And especially that it's been announced for a week now. Well, it's been announced for this week that the season is returning. So they're well aware of what's going on. So, I'm pretty sure they're prepping their body. Every team is prepping their body. Where every team that's selected to go to Orlando is prepping, watching the film, and just getting right back in our state of mind. So I wouldn't take nothing away from whoever wins the championship this year.
So who do you want to see in the conference? Who do you want to see Eastern Conference Finals? Who do you want to see Western Conference Finals? What matchup you looking for?
I'm gonna start with the West. Ultimately, in the West, I would like to see the Lakers. I would like to see the Lakers versus. Most people probably expect me to say the Clippers, but I'd rather see the Lakers and the Rockets because Russell Westbrook and James Harden really, really started to click.
Yeah,
towards,
I like that.
February, January. They really started to click after Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
The Lakers, because they just been on one all year. They've been the number one seed. LeBron James, Anthony Davis playing excellent basketball together. Danny Green, Kyle Kuzma. They've been fighting injuries with Rondo, but they're still playing well. They're big men down low. JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard looking well as well. So I feel like the Lakers and the Rockets will be a great matchup because ever since the Rockets traded Capella, they went with that small.
I think they play way better. No. Okay. I'm being biased right now because I like it when PJ Tucker go for that fade versus Clint Capella just standing in that paint and letting.
Yeah, right.
I just like that pick and fade more than I like that. That's just that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it can be versatile. Like he could do let's say he could do the pick and roll and he could do the pick and fade, or he could it's just. I don't know. I just like that small ball. Like I just feel like that's my. You know what I'm saying? I like that. So that's my yeah.
Right. And also it also gives James Harden and Westbrook more of the space to do what's need be.
Right.
We all know Mike D'Antoni loves to let them play ISO ball. So
that's when Westbrook started getting better when Capella left.
Yep.
He really started to tee up when Capella left. He wasn't clogging the paint up, and everybody was outside. He started doing the post ups, the ISOs, and doing what he wanted to do. So
definitely agree with you. Yeah. So that's my pick for the West: the Lakers and the Rockets. The East, I'm so hard on that. I don't want to be biased. I'm a big Heat fan. I don't even think the Heat will make Eastern Conference Finals as of right now, so I'm gonna leave them out. But I'm expecting big things out of Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler. But for the East, I'm gonna go ahead and say Philadelphia 76ers and Philadelphia 76ers, and I'll go ahead and say Milwaukee Bucks. I'd like to see that in the Eastern Conference Finals. Sixers and the Bucks.
The Sixers and the okay. Now the only reason
But see, it's tough for me to say that because, like I said, before this happened, a lot of teams were playing a lot of good basketball. Jason Tatum elevated his game.
that's what I'm saying. Like you didn't even say Boston.
Yeah, Jason Tatum was playing well. Jalen Brown was playing well.
Come on, bro. Like Boston. I want to see Boston, and I want to see. I'll say and Giannis. I want to see Boston and Giannis. That's what I want to see.
What about for the West though?
For the West, I want to see. Let me see. I want to see Lakers, and I don't want to say Clippers. Like I just like
Right.
I feel like it's
That's just the two.
Like people keep saying that. I don't want to see that. I want to see. I'm okay with the Rockets and Lakers. I'm okay with Harden going to the finals. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay
But
with.
if you had to say a different team besides the Rock, don't say the same as me. Well, if you had to say one other team, who would you say?
I don't. That's going to the finals. I don't even feel like them young teams.
Eastern Conference Finals. Eastern Conference Finals.
Conference finals.
Yeah, you tell me Eastern Conference Finals. So just the Lakers versus
Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
I could say the Clippers.
Okay, so Lakers, Clippers,
yeah,
Rockets. Okay. Understandable. And
that's if I don't say the Rockets though. If I do say the Rockets, then it's like because I'm okay with Harden and Westbrook going to the finals against whoever on which one he think play. Right. So it's like I don't know. I just and then I wouldn't give it to the young teams like the Pelicans, the Kings, Spurs, and Suns. Like I feel like they don't got that. The only team out of there, the Blazers, with the experience. You know what I'm saying? But they don't got that.
Those you just named teams that's not even in the seeding right now. You didn't even say the Nuggets, the Mavericks.
I'm not a Nuggets.
The Jazz.
Yeah.
The OKC surprisingly, although they don't have a chance.
Hey, because certain players like Rudy Gobert was diagnosed with it. Is he in? Is he out?
Yeah, because he's clear now. So
he got cleared.
It only takes 14 days. You quarantine for 14 days.
Okay.
The only thing that maybe caused some speculation was they was wondering if Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert relationship is healed back as one. Now they has came out and said that it is, but it's something that we'll see.
Right. Okay. Yeah, because I was definitely trying to figure out. So let's say a player gets the coronavirus while they're playing or whatever. Do they get off the roster, quarantine for 14 days, however long they're supposed to quarantine, and then they come back? Or are they done for good? Like, are they keeping that player, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say you get the corona in the first round. Is he going to play in the finals if they get that far?
So to my knowledge, if a player comes up with the coronavirus while they're in Orlando, that player has to step away from the team for 14 days in self-quarantine. And I believe after that, they will be able to return. Also, another good thing, though, usually NBA rosters are 15-man rosters.
Right.
They're not up there to 17-man rosters. So
they bringing people from, like, the G League and all this other Summer League and all this stuff?
So players like J.R. Smith, who wasn't signed, Jamal Crawford, who wasn't signed. You could look for a team to sign those players to.
Oh, and free agency.
Right, to make that playoff run.
So they bringing back free agency. They bringing back, and they bringing in G League players, and they bringing in Summer League players to fill in that 17 roster now that it is.
But if a team elects to sign someone, yes.
Right, yeah. Right.
So, it's going to be very interesting to see. Ultimately, I'm glad the season's coming back.
Right.
I won't take nothing away from whoever wins this championship. I can't wait to see who wins the championship. Who showed that will and determination to fight through adversity.
Yeah, honestly, I think the Lakers gonna win it all. I'm just saying it right there. I just think the Lakers gonna win. Because I'm a LeBron. I don't care. I'm a LeBron fan. I just feel like he won it. You know what I'm saying? Like he doing it. He led the team. He doing what he got to do to get it done. I ain't taking nothing from him. That's my guy. I hope he win it. He the GOAT. That's it.
Yeah, I mean that's true. But a lot of people saying Greek is the most dominant. In the NBA right now.
He can be the most dominant, but LeBron's still the best player. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't taking nothing from Greek. Greek is that dude, but LeBron James is my guy. That's it.
So, what about Kawhi Leonard out there, though?
I mean, that's cool. It's Kawhi Leonard. They lost when they played that first game. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, What,
I
what you
mean,
gonna?
I'm not taking that away. I would love to see
Right,
LeBron James win the ring too. Most importantly, Anthony Davis too as well. But
right.
it's a sight to see. It's gonna be
So who would you give the MVP to then?
LeBron James easily.
Oh, okay. All
LeBron
right.
James. It's a lot of people saying Greek back to back, but
Mhm.
he's dominant. He's doing what he got to do, but he's doing that because realistically, if he's not doing it, who's on that team going to do it?
Right.
You have Eric Bledsoe, but his minutes is not what he probably would prefer. He doesn't play 32, 33 minutes per game. They bring George Hill off the bench as well.
You said
Chris
Eric
Middleton,
Bledsoe over the All Star Chris Middleton? That's
I was getting to him. Chris
oh, okay.
Middleton, he's not a guy that's going to say, "Oh, go out here and he's going to win you ball games."
Facts. He did that
LeBron
50
James,
one
man,
time, and that was against the Wizards with no wall. Like yeah,
right, right.
yeah,
Now LeBron James, on the other hand, like he literally, although he always been sort of kind of like a point guard, but he literally came out and said, He is the point guard now." He
facts.
literally stayed as a Lakers point guard. He never was stated as a Cavs point guard, always was a small forward. So LeBron James literally changed
Facts.
his
He said he everything. He said whatever
yeah,
they need to be. Ain't nobody else doing that. Ain't nobody else saying that. They
I
claiming
agree.
I'm a PG. I'm a blah blah blah.
He
LeBron
literally,
said I ain't none of that. I'm just gonna go out there and do what we gotta do to win. Ain't
he literally
nobody else saying that.
he literally changed his position. Still averaged 25 plus per game. He
Mm,
leads the league in assists. And his team has the number one record in the Western Conference. I feel like that alone should get LeBron James the MVP. But
facts.
if not, it is what it is. And another thing, Rookie of the Year,
Obviously, Ja
Zion
Morant.
averages like 25 points for the game that he
Right.
played so far. I feel like that's Ja Morant as well. Most improved player.
Now, if Zion played, if he didn't get hurt and he played the whole season, we could talk about it. But it ain't nobody that's coming to Ja Morant right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like we can't just be biased and say, okay, Zion. We can't have this conversation because we already know it's going to Ja Morant. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
right.
just it's you can't talk about that.
I agree with you. I
But
agree
Ja
with you.
Morant definitely I don't know, like he literally like the Grizzlies was like a dead team. Not a dead team, but they weren't what they are now. Ja
Mhm.
Morant literally brought them back to life. Now they it's like a city team. You know what I mean? Not like a city, but it's like the ticket sales went up, you got some clout, he be active on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? It just Ja Morant, you know what I'm
He
saying? You
bring the
now when you
swag,
still know
bring that
Grizzlies, you
swag,
know Ja Morant.
yeah,
Huh?
he bring that swag and that energy. So
Facts, yeah, he bring the swag. Yeah,
pretty
that's
good. It's pretty good though. Can't wait to see it. Like I say, I'm happy the season is back.
mm-hmm.
Thank God. It's been a long, long 2 to 3 months without it.
Facts. I'm excited to see the NBA come back. I'm excited. Honestly, all sports, for real.
Right.
But
That's
mainly because I like basketball. I'm a basketball dude. I'm just ready for everything to just start rolling again. Not get back to normal, but just to get back to schedule, I guess. Hopefully, yeah. Yeah. That's.
I agree with you. And just to close it out, thank you all for watching our first episode of Facts and Stats, and hope you come back soon. Go ahead, make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter as well at Facts and Stats _, and just be on the lookout for more content and videos.